Hey there, everybody. It's Addison Craven here. This is another solo Crapo review here today. Once again, my partner is not able to make it to the filming location, unfortunately, so I'm going to be running solo once again. That's okay though, because today's topic is a bit of a personal review here for me. Okay, today's topic: Anthony Craven. Okay. So me being Addison Craven, very clearly, you can tell no relation familially between us, but this man is, he is a father to many men, not as in like actual, biological children. I'm using this as a bit of a metaphor here. A father to many men, a leader of societies, a solver of equations, and all around a 10 out of 10 boy. So, Anthony Craven, what's so special about him? Why am I reviewing him here today? Well, the answer is actually pretty obvious. It's his birthday. On 10/02/92, I believe, he was birthed right here in right here. He is 63 now. After these 25 long years on Earth, he has finally reached the ripe age of 63. And as a bit of a celebration for that milestone, I wanted to just, give him a proper review so I can really rate him on the 10-point scale, give him a numerical value. So, we're going to go ahead and dive right into this. We're going to start chronologically at the beginning, of his life, which would only make sense. And we're just going to go with it and see what happens. I'm just going to be telling the story of Mr. Anthony Craven here. So, I should mention, I'm going to be showing various pictures along the way, but unfortunately my pictograph did break previous to, what's the word that I'm looking for, previous to the commencement of filming. I got it. So I am going to have to use some, digital images here that I'm just going to kind of pull up on the screen right next to me. Maybe over here, all that good stuff. And I know, Mr. Craven here was born in the 90s, back a few generations, so he kind of has, a bit of a hatred for technology. But I'm sorry, it's the best we're going to be able to do here. So with all that aside, let's get into it. So, Anthony Craven, right? This man was born on October 2nd, 1992. He was born in, and at that point, his mother, John Cena, really was not happy with this baby. She thought, wow, this is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So essentially what she did was she threw him off the roof of the hospital. And he died on impact. But the thing is, the hospital is right there, right? So he kind of got like a free pass because he could just go back in and be resuscitated. So that all happened. That went down. It was a bit awkward with his mother and everything. But he was brought back to life and he went home to live with a big happy family. He was the second child, I should mention. His sister, Margarita, was born a few years prior. And they all lived happily together in the town of Sandwich State, Wyoming is the place that they're from. So, they were. Anthony was born on 10/02/92. I caught myself. Born to a mother who hated him very much, but it all worked out. And then in the end, he had a good childhood. He attended Sandwich State Middle School, elementary school, preschool, in that order. He was bullied quite a bit because of his fucked up head from when he was thrown off the cliff at a young age. But he did make quite a few friends along the way. I will not mention their names for, privacy's sake. But they have stuck with him to this day, actually, which is kind of hard to believe. So yeah, he attended Sandwich State Middle School, was in the public school system the whole time, really didn't have a lot of interest outside of school. Sometimes he'd, tap the occasional little riff on the guitar, a lick on the guitar, if you know what I'm saying. He listened to many a song, played many a song with many a friend, and overall, he was, outside of school, a complete fucking loser. I really don't know how to put it in any other simpler terms. But that's okay, because once he moved on to college, you see, at that point, he was the coolest guy around. It was mostly because of the shorts that he wore. These shorts it was like a new fashion trend that he pioneered. They were, let me see if I can actually get this on camera here. I'm probably not on camera, but I will fix that in a minute. The shorts were like, you see this right here? You see how these go up to like my calves like up above the knee. His shorts were like half that. They were like up to the mid thigh, and that was cool at the time. Nobody had ever seen that before. He got a lot of friends because of that. He actually met his future wife because of that that style of shorts. And also the boat shoes were pretty common. Those earned him quite a few stud points. The polos and the flannels and all that stuff. Really just a kind of quirky little unique thing going on. Nobody else had done it at the time, and people liked that. So I got to admire him for that. That's going to earn him some points in the final ranking. After college, he majored in computer philosophy. Just thinking binarily, if you will. He got a job as a sandwich shop owner initially, right out of high school or college. I should have mentioned, by the way, he went to Immolation State University, which is kind of cool that he was actually able to get into that. It's kind of a revered school around the country and around the world for that matter. And he graduated in what would that be, like 93 or 90? The year before he was born, I think, it's 91. And after college, like I said, computer philosophy, binary thinking. All that good stuff. He was a specialist, so he got a job as a sandwich shop owner. They were one of the first sandwich shops to actually integrate computers into their staff. It was a big, kind of race struggle, the civil rights thing going on at the time. And so his sandwich shop, because of that, they got a lot of publicity for the whole computer thing. Their motto was, I don't remember, it was some pun involving binary digits. It was like, are we a 1 or a 0? That has something to do with your sandwich. It was something like that, some really dumb motto that I don't like at all. I fucking hate that motto. That's probably gonna affect the ranking quite a bit. But moving beyond that, after the sandwich shop thing fell through, he kind of got figured out that he was doing some illicit stuff there that couldn't really continue. So that got shut down. And then after that, he pursued a path as a professional wrestler. Now, this was for like 20 or 30 years that he was doing this. He was in the military, wrestling the Al-Qaeda, which is pretty neat because, like, if we had that today, we would not have these terrorist attacks that we're having now. Like, September 11th, 2001, that would have been eliminated if Mr. Craven had been wrestling Osama bin Laden, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, that was like 20 or 30 years ago that he was doing that. He was really prolific. He was fighting like every night, hard, on TV. Everybody was watching it. The entire family, families around the country would gather around the TV. Oh my God, it's Steel-Faced Tony. He's gonna beat the shit out of that guy, right? It was pretty neat. I remember watching that quite a bit, actually, back in the day. I would bet money out with my pals, and then I would usually lose because I have severe ALS. And that kind of affects my thinking as well. But, like, it was still enjoyable to watch, even despite the gross sums of money that I lost. And so, after his boxing career, let's see, what did he do? That brings us to now, I believe. So, for, like, 5 or 6 years, he's been retired. He left the Navy, which was the wrestling thing he was doing with the Army. He retired from professional boxing, like, on TV and stuff. And he settled down in Pueblo Nuevo, New Mexico at this point. He's over there. He works. Sometimes he'll run into the Pueblo Nuevo computer shop. Philosophize a little bit with the guys in there, have a good time, and just it kind of helps him to stay sharp because the dementia at this point is kind of starting to eat that brain away. But he's living a happy life at this point. He has like 7 or 8 cats. He's got like 3 or 4 dogs, a few little pigs, a few swine, some bovines. A lot of animals to keep him company in his old age, that sack of shit. The wife, I don't know why I said he has a wife. He's never had a wife in his life. Not that I know of, at least. So yeah, he's alone with a bunch of animals right now in New Mexico. And I don't know what his future is looking like. He was recently... Actually... Oh, look, my cell phone. Oh, he's been diagnosed with cancer. All right. That's a bummer. So he's probably not got a whole lot of time left here. But 63 years old, 1992 to 2017, he was healthy, and then after 63 years, he finally got something. So, if you're not alive at the time you're watching this, rest in peace, Tony. We miss you already. But if you are, then I want to thank you for watching this review. I should probably rate you at this point. I'm speaking to you directly now, because I'm assuming that you're watching the video. So we're going to go ahead. Let's just discuss a little bit the things that earn him points and that take away points from him. So the quirky style in college, I'm a fan of that. That is probably one of the principal factors of Anthony Craven's upbringing that really boosted his prominence in society, and that really, in my mind, makes him stick out as a prominent figure. So that's going to earn like a 5 or 6 points there. The fact that he was thrown off the hospital as a baby, fucking, that's funny. But it kind of made him like ugly as shit. So, and that's carried through to today, by the way, if you're wondering. So, I'm gonna have to leave that out. In terms of like points, it's not gonna add or subtract because it's funny on one hand, but it's like you're kind of gross on the other hand. So it's neutral. And the boxing thing, even though it's cool, kind of lame in all honesty. Like, who the fuck watches boxing? Nobody. So that's going to take away like a good solid 7 or 8 points. And besides that, there's really nothing else. So we're going to go ahead and rate Tony a 2 out of 10 here. Happy birthday, bro. I hope 63 treats you well. And that's been Crapo Review. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.